Picture this. November 29th, 1970, in the serene valley of Isdalen, Norway, a man and his two daughters stumbled upon the unthinkable, a charred, unrecognizable body of a woman, a solitary figure, her life's end marked by the cruel kiss of flames, her identity concealed behind a mask of ash and soot. The peacefulness of the valley, now tainted with the grim discovery, echoed the silent story of a life abruptly extinguished. The woman's body, severely burned, lay in the heart of the valley known as the Ice Valley, a stark contrast to her fiery demise. Yet the scene was not one of chaos, but of eerie order, a tableau carefully arranged as if to hide a secret. The woman, who would come to be known as the Isdal Woman, was an enigma wrapped in a riddle. Her identity, her travels, her purpose, all a mystery. From that moment on, the Isdal Woman became an enduring mystery, her identity and the circumstances of her death shrouded in uncertainty. In the aftermath of the discovery, investigators found two suitcases at the Bergen railway station. Inside, a world of enigmas unfolded. As the suitcases were opened, the first thing to catch the eye was an array of clothing, all meticulously devoid of labels. It was as if the woman was intent on erasing every trace of her identity, down to the very threads she wore. Alongside these garments, the investigators found several fake passports, each one bearing a different name, a different birth date, a different life. It was clear that the woman had been leading multiple lives, each one as meticulously crafted as the clothes she wore. But perhaps the most intriguing find was a notepad, its pages filled with a series of numbers and letters that seemed to make no sense. It was a cipher, a code, a secret language that the woman had used to document her travels, her meetings, perhaps even her thoughts. The investigators pored over these cryptic notes, trying to tease out some meaning, some clue that would lead them to the woman's true identity. But the cipher proved stubbornly resistant to interpretation. As they delved deeper into the contents of the suitcases, the investigators found more puzzling items. There were wigs, presumably worn by the woman to change her appearance. There were also prescription glasses, despite no witnesses ever reporting her wearing them. And perhaps most ominously, there was a small vial of an unidentified liquid. Was it poison, a potion, or something even more sinister? The contents of the suitcases painted a picture of a woman who was a master of disguise, a woman who slipped through identities as easily as she slipped through borders. But why? What was she hiding from? Or who was she hiding from? As the investigators packed away the suitcases, they were left with a sense of unease. Each item they had found, each clue they had uncovered, seemed to only deepen the mystery. The woman was a puzzle, a riddle wrapped in an enigma, and the investigators were no closer to solving it. The suitcases had offered a tantalizing glimpse into the woman's world, but they had also raised more questions than they had answered. These peculiar findings only deepened the mystery, leaving more questions than answers. As the investigation progressed, the ghostly trail of the Isdal Woman began to emerge, a journey marked by false identities and unexplained travels. The woman who would become known as the Isdal Woman was not as she appeared. Her travels painted a picture of a life lived in shadows, a life steeped in subterfuge and secrets. She moved across Europe like a spectre, leaving behind a trail of false identities, pseudonyms, and a litany of hotel stays. Each name she used was a mask, each hotel a temporary safe house in her clandestine journey. In a bid to unravel the mystery, investigators traced her steps back through time, from Norway to the far corners of Europe. They discovered that she had checked into various hotels under different names, all bearing different birth dates. It was as if she was trying to erase herself from existence, to become a ghost even before her untimely death. These findings posed more questions than answers. Why had she gone to such lengths to conceal her true identity? Was she running from something or someone? Or was she perhaps on a mission that required the utmost secrecy? Her extensive travels hinted at a life far from ordinary. Her journey took her from the bustling streets of Paris to the tranquil canals of Amsterdam, from the sunny coasts of Spain to the snowy landscapes of Norway. And with each stop, she adopted a new identity, adding another layer to the enigma that was the Isdal Woman. The implications of these findings on the investigation were profound. They suggested a level of sophistication and planning that went beyond the ordinary. They hinted at a life lived on the edge, a life filled with danger, intrigue, and a deep-seated need for anonymity. But despite the numerous leads and the tireless efforts of the investigators, the woman's true identity remained elusive. The trail she had left behind was a labyrinth of false leads and dead ends, a puzzle that seemed impossible to solve. Her elusive trail, spanning countries and identities, only served to intensify the enigma of the Isdal Woman. Fast forward to recent years and science has stepped in, attempting to unravel the threads of this decades-old mystery. We now turn to isotope analysis, a method that has been used in an attempt to shed light on the Isdal Woman's origins and travels prior to her untimely death. Isotope analysis, a tool more commonly used by archaeologists and geologists, has now found its way into the realm of forensics. By examining the isotopes in the woman's teeth and hair, scientists hope to unravel some of the enigmas surrounding her life. These isotopes, unique to the geographical areas in which a person has lived, could potentially provide key insights into her past. The results of the analysis suggested that the Isdal Woman had spent time in several European countries and possibly even South America in the months leading up to her death. This information lined up with the findings from her suitcases, further solidifying the idea that she was a woman of many travels, but it also added another layer to the mystery. Why was she moving around so much, and what was she trying to escape or find? What the isotope analysis also revealed was a life lived on the move, a life spent in different countries and climates, but it failed to provide a clear picture of her true identity. It was another piece of the puzzle, but one that did not fit neatly into the picture. The woman's origins, her birthplace, her family, her past, all remained shrouded in mystery. The results of the isotope analysis, while providing new insights, also underscored the complexity of the case. They served as a stark reminder that even as science advances, some mysteries refuse to be solved. They remain stubbornly locked in the past, resistant to even the most cutting-edge technologies. Despite the advancements in technology, the Isdal Woman's past remains as elusive as ever. The answers to her identity and her story, it seems, died with her in the chilling depths of Isdalen. The enigma of the Isdal Woman, her life, her travels, and her death continues to captivate and perplex us, a haunting reminder of the mysteries that persist in our world. Over the years, the Isdal Woman's case has been a fertile ground for theories and speculations, each more intriguing than the last. The mysterious circumstances surrounding her identity, her travels, and her death have given rise to an array of hypotheses. One of the most enduring theories is that the Isdal Woman was a spy. Her extensive travels, the use of multiple identities, and her proficiency in various languages certainly suggest a life shrouded in secrecy. The Cold War context of the time further fuels this speculation. However, despite seeming plausible, concrete evidence to substantiate this claim remains elusive. Another theory revolves around a romantic entanglement gone sour. Some witnesses reported seeing the Isdal Woman with two unidentified men shortly before her death. Could these individuals have been lovers, or were they accomplices in some clandestine operation? The absence of these men's identities only deepens the enigma. Then there are those who believe that the Isdal Woman was connected to criminal networks or engaged in illicit activities. The coded messages found near her body, her mysterious travels, and the deliberate attempt to conceal her identity could hint at a life on the fringe of legality. But again, no tangible proof supports this theory. Others have speculated that the Isdal Woman had political ties, perhaps as a dissident or a target for political reasons. This conjecture, like others, lacks substantial evidence and only adds to the broader mystery surrounding the case. Even with modern science and investigative techniques, the truth behind the Isdal Woman's life and death remains shrouded in mystery. The theories continue to abound, each as tantalizing and elusive as the next. Yet without concrete evidence, these theories remain in the realm of speculation, adding layers to the already complex mystery of the Isdal Woman. Despite the passage of over 50 years, the Isdal Woman's identity and the circumstances of her death remain an enigma. The intriguing dance of the unknown and the known continues to captivate us. Her case, shrouded in mystery, has become a symbol of unresolved Cold War conundrums. Theories flit about like elusive shadows, from espionage and illicit affairs to political intrigue and criminal networks. Yet they remain mere speculations, the truth as elusive as the woman herself. The coded messages, the unidentified men, the meticulously staged scene, all these elements add layers to the enigma. Yet despite the tireless efforts of investigators, the truth remains stubbornly hidden. The Isdal Woman, with her multiple identities, her extensive travels, her unmarked grave, continues to baffle, to intrigue, and to haunt. As we delve into the shadows of the past, one question persists. Who was the Isdal Woman, and what secrets did she take to her grave?